I'm one of the founders of Orbital Materials. We are an engineering company that uses our proprietary AI models trained on the CivoStack to design advanced materials that give our hardware technologies unique performance. I'll talk to you a bit about what we do and how Civo is enabling us to build world-leading models. I think everyone's aware of the challenges that AI is creating, particularly from an infrastructure perspective. I think we're huge believers that the AI revolution has a huge amount of benefits when it comes to drug discovery, when it comes to developing advanced materials for climate technologies. But the challenge is that the building out of the AI workloads, the data centers, have huge impact, whether that is the challenges around densification and the increasing power that's going to the rack, moving at a pace that's outstripping the current cooling that's available on the market. You just see this exponential curve going from where we were maybe 3 years ago, where you're looking at 15, 20 kilowatts to the rack, to now with the GB300s, about 150 kilowatts to the rack, to the Rubin generation upwards of 600 kilowatts to the rack. These AI workloads, the AI chips, require new cooling technologies for being able to bring the benefits of AI to the world. And then when it comes to data centers themselves, you're seeing huge challenges when it comes to water usage. A data center from one of the large hyperscalers was just put on hold last week because it was going to use 1 million barrels of water a day. In the US alone, 64 billion of spend was put on hold or canceled completely in US data center build-out because of community opposition, environmental opposition. And then likewise, if you think about the CO2 emissions that data centers creates, the data center industry itself has now surpassed commercial aviation and one of the biggest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. So that's really where we situate ourselves. We have designed our proprietary AI models on the CivoStack that enable us to design rationally materials. You're able to specify upfront the materials properties that you'd expect to see, whether that is having an affinity over capturing water or CO2 out of the air, whether that is the precursors that you use to make these materials. And what's really exciting for us is we've been able to build these world-class models through the Civo infrastructure that outperform models by Meta, by Google DeepMind, by Microsoft, not only because we're able to access the latest GPUs, but also for the whole kind of Civo ecosystem, enabling us to build models effectively, train models effectively. I think something that wasn't described enough today is just the world-class customer support that you get from the Civo team. It's kind of unparalleled across the cloud providers that we use. All the people you see today are the people you get to work with day in, day out. So we take those materials and then we deploy them. We use RA models to design advanced hardware solutions that incorporate those materials that give them the unique properties. And let's talk about what that looks like. So here, the video is working. Fantastic. So this is our two-phase direct-to-chip technology. So here we have used our AI models to design a novel fluid that is able to cool GPUs up to 1 megawatt to the rack. The video was able to see. Not quite sure how to hit play again. But a really important piece around two-phase refrigerants, 2A fluids, is the fact that they all meet the definition of PFAS under EU REACH. We've been able to use our AI models to design non-PFAS refrigerants, and this video is a simulation using our model Orb that shows the degradation of the material, so we can actually simulate exactly how it's degrading to make sure it doesn't hit these definitions that enable us to scale these the refrigerant worldwide. And then we have another one of our products, a dual-use chiller. So this does data center level heat rejection, but it also does atmospheric processing in the same step, capturing water and CO2 to offset the data center's water usage and CO2 emissions. And here you see our generative model starting with the random point cloud of atoms and then reasoning over the chemical universe to design a material that is optimized, in this case, for CO2 capture. All designed with models that we've trained on the CivoStack. And so we really see that, we're designing models, we've designed our agentic platform, it's built by Orbital, but really enabled by Civo. And I think, this partnership for us has been not only about the compute infrastructure and the amazing kind of ML ops support, we're able to run all of this with a very small DevOps team, which has been a huge enabler for us as a startup. But also, most importantly, Civo is a wider partnership. We're also working with them to pilot our technology and really building this holistic partnership with a cloud provider that for us is second to none. So thank you very much.